Hello and welcome to the Let's Get Rich Show. I'll be your host, Celestial Fortune, and today I'm interviewing my sister-in-law, the lovely Eyla Moore, and my cute, super funny, and smart nephew, Miles Gordon. Yes, so Eyla has graduated. She earned her BA in Dance, Performance, and Choreography from SFSU. What year?
What year was that? No, 2009.
2009, yes. And she later went on to become a certified Dunham Technique, and we'll talk about Dunham Technique a little bit later, and the creator. And now she's also a Pilates instructor. Okay, so we're gonna get into the history and some of her influences and inspirations and her positive community work that she does. So hi Eyla.
Hey, how you doing today?
I'm good. Good. So I know your dad was a famous musician, a drummer. His name was Eddie Moore. Can you talk a little bit about growing up with a famous musician as your father?
Yes, I can. So let's see. My dad was a drummer, a jazz drummer, here in the Bay Area, but he traveled all over the world. So I was really fortunate that I used to go to gigs when he would play at Yoshi's,
yes.
If you've ever heard of Yoshi's.
Mm-hmm.
I would go there, and he also took me to Europe, yes. When I was 9, because he had a show in Pori, Finland, but then we got to go all around.
Wow.
We got to go to Paris and London and Rome,
yeah.
And that was really special, and it was just really cool to grow up with a jazz, and New York, a jazz musician dad.
Yes, okay, and so would you say that he is your inspiration when it comes to you dancing, and do you ever dedicate shows, performances to him when you dance?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like, so my dad died when I was 10, and so I feel like he is always with me when I'm performing. I feel like he's kind of like, coming back to be in performance, because
yes.
It was his favorite thing to do. He actually died in the middle of a drum solo at Yoshi's.
Wow.
And so I feel like him knowing that I'm doing dance is kind of a way for us to stay connected. And yeah, I feel like he's always with me and
yes.
around when I'm doing my performances.
My dad passed away when I was 21, and he stays with me constantly. Mm-hmm. It's just, so important to keep his spirit alive. And so Eyla is a certified Dunham Technique instructor, and she's also a Pilates instructor, and she graduated from here in the Dance, Performance, and Choreography department. Eyla, will you tell me a little bit about your experience in the dance major here?
Sure, yeah. So I went to NYU for 2 years, and I didn't really know what I wanted to study over there, so I stopped going there and came home and started dancing here at a studio called Rhythm in Motion in the Mission, and got really excited about dance and realized I wanted to major in dance, and that would be kind of how I would go back to school. So coming here in the dance department, I loved it because it was the first time I really studied ballet. I had studied ballet when I was about Miles' age, about 6 years old, but here I got to study ballet and modern, and there was Haitian dance classes with a teacher named Alicia Pierce.
Yes.
The Dunham and the Haitian classes were, and I just really loved it. I felt like it was nice to study different dances of the African diaspora here, and modern dance and ballet, and it was just a really special time in my life where I got to just dance all day.
Yes, that sounds great. And so when you were leaving, they took a lot of the dance classes that you, like Dunham Technique and another, I think there's another, they took some of those classes away, right? Was it because of Alicia Pierce passing away, or?
Yes, so
her favorite instructor or most influential? influential instructor?
I can't say for sure why they took them away, you know, but after Miss Pierce passed away, they definitely, they actually hired me back to teach Haitian.
Yes.
So I taught Dunham and Haitian here for a couple of semesters, but those classes were some of my favorites. I just liked that there was such a variety, especially being a woman of color. It was just nice to have more variety of classes to take than just modern or just ballet. That's right, buddy. So, but yeah, I'm not quite sure why they took them away. I taught a few semesters and then I got pregnant with Miles, and then it was just, I live in Oakland, so it's too far to commute all the way over here. So, but I know they still have modern and ballet here, and they don't have Haitian at this time, but I know they hired a couple other instructors after Miss Pierce passed away.
Okay. So, how influential was that major in your life? Like to major in dance, how did it change your life or your world?
Sure. So after finishing San Francisco State dance degree, actually while I was here, I was in the University Dance Theater, and one of the guest choreographers that they hired, her name was Amara Tabor Smith, and she's someone I actually knew through the dance community already in the Bay Area, and she ended up hiring me after I got to dance in her piece that she set on the University Dance Theater. I actually got to dance in her company after I graduated.
Yes.
So that was a big thing for me because I loved her. I was super inspired by her work and her choreography, and I got to be in her company for several years and dance in several productions that she put together. So just being here, it really did change my life because it's now I teach dance, and that's just kind of what I do now.
Yes. And so before I get into some of the your performances and how cultural and ethnic they are, let's talk about Carnival.
Okay.
The King and Queen of Carnival. What year was that?
That was 2011.
That must have been a wild experience. Tell us about the competition at the end of the night.
Sure, yeah. So actually one of my dance teachers, Elizabeth Soberanes, had been Queen of Carnival 10 years prior in 2001. And so 2011, she had a contingent, a Carnival contingent, and I had been dancing in it for maybe 2 years at that time, and she asked me if I would compete for Queen. And I was like,
wow.
Okay.
Do you know why she asked you that?
I think she just know that I take my dance seriously and that it's fun for me, and that it was just something that I just think she believed in me that I could compete and win. So
cool.
Yeah, so she did it. And the competition was kind of nerve-wracking, but it was really just more fun than anything. And I just had fun with it. And then I competed with a guy named J. Paul, and we won as a couple.
Yes.
Which was cool.
But even though she was queen to J. Paul's king, what? J. Paul?
J. Paul.
My brother stole her heart.
Oh yeah. As a couple.
Yes.
Which was
Yeah. Okay, so Miles, since you're bouncing around, let's talk to you for a minute. What is your favorite video game? I heard you want to do a YouTube channel with your father. What is your favorite video game to play? Minecraft?
Yeah.
What do you like about it?
That like you can place down lava and like explode everything.
Oh wow. And I know Spider-Man is on your shirt. Is he your favorite superhero?
Morales is.
Oh, I don't know who he is. Who is Miles Morales? Is that his is that his real person name?
No.
Oh.
Who's Miles Morales, buddy?
The person that plays Spider-Man?
No.
What is Spider-Man? Okay, so Miles, what's his name?
Miles Morales.
Okay, that's your favorite superhero?
Because he's Spider-Man.
He's actually Spider-Man.
But he has different powers than Spider-Man.
Cool, I have to get into that. He puts me up on a lot of stuff. I love having a nephew. Okay, and so back to you, Eyla. what are some of the positive community work you've done with your dance and your other hobbies, not hobbies, but your other work that you
Sure.
do?
So, well, during the pandemic, because I couldn't teach dance in person, I offered free or pay what you can classes. Miles, can you stop, please? Or pay what you can classes online on Facebook, like a private Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
I offered pretty much free dance and Pilates classes. So that was something that I was really happy about, being able to offer that during the pandemic, since people couldn't go take classes. And then I also have a business with Rodan Fields. And through that business, I'm able to offer, you know, a way for people to make extra income.
Yes.
And so I love being able to help women, in particular women of color, be able to have a way to earn extra income around their busy lives. A lot of the people on my team are teachers. Some have other businesses that they do. And so I'm able to like offer people a way for them to earn extra income through that business.
Yes,
as well.
and my sister-in-law is level 5 with Rodan Fields. She earned herself a Lexus a couple years ago, and so that was just amazing. And tell us how many team members you have underneath you.
So on the team altogether, there's about 300 teammates.
Wow.
But I didn't, introduce it to all of them. So it kind of works like I introduce it to someone, and then they introduce it to someone, and it kind of like spirals from there.
Yeah.
But buddy.
Miles.
So, but in that also we have something. It's skincare business. So
Yes.
it's all about helping people just feel as best and confident as they can in their skin, so that, a lot of people want to like kick on a lot of makeup, but we're all about like use quality skincare and have your skin look beautiful without having to wear any makeup. So.
Yeah, so where can people reach you if they wanted to learn more about Rodan Fields?
Well, I have a website, so I can share that, and then you can share it if you want to. But it's eylajosiemore.myrandf.com is the website. Or I have a Facebook page. It's Eyla Moore on Facebook, and my Instagram handle is Eyla J Moore.
And I suggest that you guys check her out. Check out her dance classes. Check out her Dunham Technique. We didn't get into the creator of Dunham Technique. What's her name again?
Catherine Dunham.
Yes, Catherine Dunham. Really influential black dancer back in the 50s.
In the 30s and 40s.
Oh,
actually.
30s and 40s.
Mm-hmm.
Even more amazing. Okay, so yes, she's an amazing dancer, and she's rocks the Rodan Field world, and I want to thank you so much for being here and letting me interview you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank you, Miles.